I say good evening to my general public. I know you listening. Tuning in to leave you informed on how to get dividends. You politicking with the best. You politicking with Permiss. Authentic originators, others are counterfeit.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world. Welcome to another edition of Politic with Permiss right here on WOLB 1010 AM. Of course, the home of the Larry Young Morning Show. Good afternoon to all. 410-481-1010, 410-481-1010. Of course, outside of the area, 877-704-1010, 877-704-1010. Stream live, WOLBbaltimore.com, WOLBbaltimore.com. Of course, we are on Twitter. How real is that, man? Follow us on Twitter at WOLB Baltimore, WOLB Baltimore, and of course, join the Facebook fan page, all right? WOLB 1010 AM Baltimore. Let me introduce my co-host, one half of Politic with Permiss, Miss Singleton Newman. What's going on, Sing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. All is well, you know, taking this slow locomotion, you know?
I feel you on that.
Absolutely. What we got going on?
Well, I just want to show some love to the people that show us so much love. Big shout out to Street Smart Magazine, www.streetsmartmag.com. Shout out to Ye and Fame. Also, shout out to Smash. He's going to be on the cover of the next issue that's going to be large. Before we get to who we have in the studio today, I want to actually start off by saying that this is our first show with Black History Month.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I mean, you know, some of the people that paved the way for us is the reasons why we're here today. Very creative, ingenious, you know, in past and present time. And what we like to do, what we're going to be doing over the next course, over the next 4 weeks or so, is we're going to be definitely showcasing young Black entrepreneurs, business leaders in the community that are doing great things. I believe, do we have John Cash on the phone?
I believe that is John Cash on the phone. But before we get to him and bring him on the line for real, I want to celebrate Mr. John Cash for being just a wonderful entrepreneur. He's definitely someone that everyone should look up to. If you're in the fashion industry, if you're in the industry of helping others and supporting people that are on the come up, he is one of those people. I believe you have his bio. You want to take a look at it?
Yes, absolutely. Let me magnify this thing a little bit. All right. Well, you know what? I got one even better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Mr. Cash on the line. Mr. John Cash, CEO, founder of Cashland Clothing, no stranger to Politic with Permiss. John Cash, welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, what's happening, Permiss?
I'm doing well, man. How you feeling?
All right. How you doing, Miss Singleton?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Absolutely. Well, you know, you are the first person that we definitely want to highlight for Black History Month on Politic with Permiss, as the story you shared with me on the one-on-one is, you know, you had a vision, an idea which turned into a positive snowball around a community, which is clothing, and everybody likes to get personalized with clothing, but you took it a step further and custom made it, you know, according to people's liking. So real quick, I just, you know, would like for you to share, how did you get Cashland Clothing started?
We just saw a need for sportswear, quality sportswear in our community, and I tried to fill the gap. And along the way, got into the actual equipment that we need to make the brand. Instead of going out and having other people do it, we bought our own vinyl cutters, embroidery equipment, CAD cutters, heat seal machines, and we started producing everything ourselves. So naturally behind that became customizing. You know, that's been big because anybody can come get a shirt with your name on it, or, you know, whatever you need. If you're promoting a brand, a business, a label, or an artist, or whatever, you know, we do it. You know, we do it all.
Beautiful, man. One of the thing that actually stuck out to me, John, and this is the general topic today, of course, is hip hop, is that you home a lot of, we just did the hip hop cipher in your store, a lot of hip hop artists that do come in town, you they come to your store.
Right.
They could go anywhere in Baltimore, but they come to your store. You know what I mean? They show a lot of love. Right. And it seems to me you have a genuine love for hip-hop music, more or less on an independent level. You are the sponsor behind a lot of locals that are going to be major, and I see that. You know what I mean? So what does hip-hop mean to you?
I grew up, listening to hip-hop.
Right.
So, that was my whole life, really. And, I'm all for...
Hello?
Hello?
Uh-oh.
I think we lost him.
That's all right. He was in the middle of a good answer,
Yes,
too.
he was. Yes, he was. Let me see if I can get him back. Well, while we get John Cash back on the phone, of course it is 410-481-1010, 410-481-1010 outside of the area, 877-704-1010, 877-704-1010. Stream live, WOLBbaltimore.com, WOLBbaltimore.com.
Absolutely. And also keep in mind, Politic with Permiss is now on Facebook. Check us out, Politic with Permiss.
Online.
Join our fan page. Press like at that top right-hand corner on that page.
Don't press this like.
Don't press that. And you can also find us on Twitter. You want to follow WOLB Baltimore on Twitter. Hit that follow button.
Absolutely. While we're waiting for John Cash to come back, I'm going to introduce some of our in-studio guests. Definitely to my immediate right, this is a gentleman that is he is in the Top Mic show tonight. From the looks of things, it looks like he's going to tear it down. His manager just dropped me off a CD of radio edits. I'm sorry to my immediate right, as I said, right. So, Politic with Permiss, please welcome Jo Boy to the studio. What's going on, man?
What's happening?
How you feeling, man?
Feeling blessed. How you feeling?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying? So, Singleton, who do we have directly in front of me?
I'm about to do like the biggest introduction of my life. You ready? Let's go. Okay, so these gentlemen I had the pleasure to see several years ago on the Baltimore scene, but they are considered legendary. First of all, let me go down the list of some of the people that they have worked with, as well as some of the titles of their albums. We're talking about in the late 1990s, they've released several projects into the 2000s: Daily Routine, Mood Swings, The Introduction, Operation 410, The Brute in the Brain, and most recently, Deeper Than Dirt. They are recent signees to the exclusive Baltimore hip-hop label Break Fast Records, and they released Deeper Than Dirt, which is awesome, by the way, in 2010. Not only that, they are the Baltimore Crown 2010 Hall of Fame inductees. Politic with Permiss, please welcome Dirt Platoon.
Dirt Platoon to the studio. What's happening, man?
Y'all. Thank y'all.
Oh, man.
Thank y'all to the Politic with Permiss.
Yeah, finally we got you up in the studio.
So we can clap on that.
Yeah.
You are here. We've been on. You guys have been on our wish list for a long time.
You know what I mean?
So we're here.
Not a problem, man. I think we got John Cash back on the phone. John, you there? John?
Hello?
I think we lost him again.
That's okay. Shout out to John Cash. I just want to let everybody know you can find Cashland gear. He's downtown on, do you know what the address is?
20, I know he's on West Pratt Street.
Pratt Street. Yeah, he's on Pratt Street.
And you can find his clothes on Minnie, a music video, worn by Minnie. And ladies, you want to buy your guy something nice for Valentine's Day, which is coming up, go buy Cashland.
Check out Cashland. He in our first video. We got the my brother Raggedy got the Dirt Platoon shirt on in the video. So that's a Cashland exclusive right there. So thank you, brother.
He's highly
I think he in everybody's closet. Everybody in Baltimore closet.
Absolutely.
Gotta have one. At least one.
Well, gentlemen, of course, we cannot forget about none other than Amplify Video, all of our videography services, etc. That them high videos that you see of Politic with Permiss. My man Ernest of Amplify Video, he definitely makes it happen. He makes the vision into a masterpiece. So shout out to him, and as well as all of our still visions, of course, none other than Mastermind Photography as well. So big up to those two as well, a dynamic duo. You know what I mean? With that being said, guys, of course, Dirt Platoon is going to be live at Top Mic tonight at Sonar. You know what I mean?
Of course.
the first time I heard of Dirt Platoon was I was listening to Shaka Pitt's show, Spitz McMahon Radio, and it was the very first time that I have ever seen the chat room come to a complete standstill when you guys were talking. And what you guys were talking about was the real essence of hip-hop, but not only that, but what Baltimore hip-hop was once upon a time to now. Because you guys have been, around for quite some time.
Right.
And you guys are widely recognized in a high regard. You know what I mean? Stories, the whole 9 yards. So what I would like to touch on actually is the rise of the independent artists. Because from what I'm getting, you guys were around where it was no internet, no YouTube, no Twitter, no Facebook.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of course, Jo Boy, you could chime in as well. You know what I mean? And now it's like you have so many vehicles to get your stuff out there. So coming up through the ranks, I like to call it, of hip-hop in the early 90s, what was it like back then?
It was like, to me, it was... I always try to follow my greatest MCs. So in order for me to write a rhyme, I might have to listen to a Redman album or a Wu-Tang album or a Black Moon album.
Right.
So we couldn't come whack because the music we were listening to wasn't whack. So that's how Dirt Platoon got our style. That's how we got our flow. That's how we came up with our own attitude, our own movement, and we just start pushing it. We start getting out there on the streets. We got into battles. We got into anybody face that'll listen, and that's how we got up there. It was 4 members. Now we're a duo, which is my brother Snook the Crook, and we've been doing it and smashing it ever since. So I guess I would say from the 90s to now, it was just a struggle, but you had to get in everybody's face, anybody's ear, go wherever. Go wherever and just let your voice be heard. You know what I mean?
Right,
Speak your mind.
Right. The element, a lot of people say that Baltimore has, per se, a dark cloud because not many artists break from here on the hip-hop scene. You have a lot of talent that does on like movies, you know what I mean, in different lanes, but on the hip-hop, it's like at a standstill. When you hear that, what is your opinion? What is your opinion on that when people say that?
I think we, us as Baltimore hip-hop artists, we got like a stigma about us. You know what I mean? I really think that the crab in the barrel syndrome is really the main factor why Baltimore MCs haven't got the recognition they deserve.
Okay.
Because I've been here, like you said, we've been here for a minute, and I've seen a lot of MCs. It's not that we have a lack of talent in Baltimore. Like,
not at all.
Definitely. It's a large array of artists. Every genre, every form of hip hop that's out here right now, we got it right here in Baltimore. We got the trappers, the conscious, the commercial, the party, everything. Everything we need is right here. It wasn't that. I just think that when it comes on a support level of Baltimore hip hop artists, we don't stick together. We definitely don't.
I'm gonna say radio.
Radio,
man. We gotta play our artists, man. Radio gotta reach out and they gotta keep their ear to the streets too. It's not just the consumer keeping their ear to the streets. The radio gotta keep their ear to the streets. The VJs and stuff. They gotta start getting out there and start, just touching bases with the people.
Monopolized
the real artists
in Baltimore too. So if you don't get into that one on that one network, you ain't getting heard. And it's definitely that's the job. That's the duty of radio stations to get the product out here, let people know it's out here. If they don't know it's out here,
right,
they won't have a sense of confidence or nothing.
Well, my question is, with your long history, how have you guys persevered through it all? Because, like Permiss said, you guys have seen how the music industry has changed. How have you guys personally persevered through that, just by the changes?
Well, we never try to get stuck in a box,
okay,
and we're always evolving. Like hip hop evolve, we evolve. People grow. You know what I mean? So, and if you listen to our music, if you're a fan of our music, you'll see that a lot of our music is personal. So all if you wake up every day, you're gonna have a new experience every day. I learn something every day I wake up. So I think the way that we convey it, and everybody can definitely relate to it, because at some point in time they're gonna be going through the same thing we're going through.
And we keep it dirty where everybody else don't want to do that.
Truthfully honest.
So and when I say keep it dirty, I mean, like he said, honesty. We preach our struggle to the people, and we let people know what's going on in our mind, whether it be a story, whether it be a battle rhyme, or whether it be just me and my brother just getting busy on the track. And we like hot beats. So I think that's how we persevere too, with the beats.
Definitely got a good ear for music.